Imagine being betrayed by the people you trust the most, locked away in a cold, dark prison for something you didn't do, and then, after years of suffering, finding yourself with the chance for revenge. Revenge not just for yourself, but for those who helped put you in that hellish situation. This is the powerful story of the Count of Monte Cristo, one of the greatest tales of vengeance, betrayal, and redemption. Let's dive deep into this masterpiece. Before we start, ask yourself, what would you do if you were wrongfully imprisoned for years? Would you seek revenge or would you seek peace? In the case of Edmond Dantès, the protagonist of the Count of Monte Cristo, revenge becomes his sole purpose, and his journey to reclaim his life takes him to extraordinary lengths. At the beginning of the story, Edmond Dantès is a young, successful merchant sailor. He's at the top of his game, engaged to the beautiful Mercedes, promoted to captain of his ship, and with a bright future ahead. But this success attracts envy. 3 men, Danglars, Fernand, and Villefort, plot against him. Danglars, jealous of Edmond's promotion, Fernand, who desires Mercedes, and Villefort, who is an ambitious prosecutor, all conspire to falsely accuse Edmond of being a Bonapartist agent. The consequence of their plot is that Edmond is wrongfully imprisoned in the Château d'If, a notorious island prison. As Edmond is locked away for something he didn't do, the feeling of betrayal is overwhelming. Have you ever felt like life was unfair, like someone's actions completely derailed your plans? Edmond's betrayal is a crushing blow, and it's hard to imagine how anyone could move on from that. But Edmond does something most of us would never consider. He uses his suffering to fuel an incredible transformation. During his time in prison, Edmond meets an old man, Abbé Faria, who becomes his mentor. Abbé teaches Edmond philosophy, languages, and most importantly, reveals to him the secret of a hidden treasure on the island of Monte Cristo. This treasure is key to Edmond's transformation into the Count of Monte Cristo. When Abbé dies, Edmond escapes by switching places with the body of his mentor. He's thrown into the sea, only to be rescued by a passing ship. And that's when his journey truly begins. Now a free man, Edmond spends his years preparing for his revenge against those who wronged him. He studies and trains, honing his mind and his body. As Edmond returns to France, he's now a completely different man, a rich, powerful, and enigmatic figure known as the Count of Monte Cristo. His new identity is one of wealth and influence. His main goal, to destroy the lives of the 3 men who betrayed him. He begins his revenge by methodically inserting himself into the lives of Danglars, Fernand, and Villefort, bringing about their ruin in the most sophisticated and calculated ways. Danglars loses his fortune, Fernand loses his dignity, and Villefort is exposed for his own criminal activities. Each man is brought to the brink of destruction by Edmond's strategic manipulation. But as Edmond's plans unfold, he starts to realize that revenge comes with unforeseen consequences. His actions hurt innocent people, Mercedes, the woman he once loved, and his own soul. As he watches the consequences of his revenge on those he once cared about, Edmond begins to question whether it was all worth it. This is where the story gets interesting. Edmond, in his pursuit of vengeance, realizes that revenge isn't as satisfying as he thought. Do you think he'll find redemption, or will he forever be consumed by his need for justice? This is the turning point for Edmond, where he starts to face the deeper consequences of his choices. Despite all the pain and suffering, Edmond is beginning to see that no amount of revenge will bring him peace. It's a bitter realization that often haunts us. The pursuit of justice, when taken too far, can consume us. At its core, the Count of Monte Cristo explores themes of betrayal, revenge, and forgiveness. Edmond's journey forces us to question how far we're willing to go for justice and whether revenge truly heals the wounds we carry. As he navigates through his transformation, we're reminded that vengeance is often a double-edged sword. It can consume you just as much as it can restore you. By the end of the movie, Edmond Dantès has everything he could want: money, power, revenge. But has he really gained anything? In his pursuit of vengeance, he's lost so much. His journey is a cautionary tale about how the desire for revenge can blind us to the true joys of life: love, friendship, and forgiveness. The story reminds us that forgiveness can often be the most powerful tool for healing. In the end, Edmond realizes that he must let go of the past to move forward. His story is not just about revenge, but about the possibility of redemption and healing. This movie is a perfect reminder of how important it is to find peace within ourselves. It teaches us that the true cost of revenge is often far greater than we expect, and that sometimes letting go can lead to the greatest freedom. Do you think Edmond's actions were justified? Could he have found another way to get justice, or was revenge his only option? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and if you enjoyed this review, make sure to hit that like button. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more movie reviews like this one. And remember, sometimes the biggest battles are the ones we fight within ourselves.